So the conservation is really the mission. Conservation of natural resources is really the mission of U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. But even in our mission statement, we recognize that we aren't going to accomplish that goal without working with people, with partners, with communities, and really we're in service to the people of the United States as a federal agency. So our work is with people and for people. And in order to accomplish that goal, we needed an educated and engaged citizen. Environmental education can help us in two ways. First of all, it creates kind of a baseline of knowledge and awareness and a sense of civic responsibility, if you will, for people of all ages. So it makes our job a little bit easier when we're trying to manage our wildlife refuges or save endangered species or monitor migratory birds. People have a higher baseline of knowledge and interest and commitment from good environmental education programs. Also, we can engage people through environmental education activities and stewardship action. So if you're looking at environmental education as an awareness to action kind of continuum, it can offer some real assistance to the people in the Fish and Wildlife Service who are trying to restore habitat or monitor species or other kinds of conservation behaviors that are going to help us get our job done. So it's really overall two things: increased knowledge and commitment towards nature and conservation. So it increases support for our work in the Fish and Wildlife Service, and then actual assistance in getting our job done as partners, working together as partners. So one that comes to mind right now because of my involvement with citizen science in the Fish and Wildlife Service is a refuge in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's an urban wildlife refuge, and it was created really because of the effort of the local community. Former farmlands, mostly in a creek well, I guess it's really a river that runs through it. So the refuge manager is actually an environmental educator by training, which is awesome. And she is a staff of one, or at least was until recently.
Yeah.
So she needed help. So she knew that she could reach out to the local community, to the schools, and get them involved in the work on the refuge, and started a citizen science program working with the National Phenology Network to collect data about phenology data about the refuge, and to really get all the biological information that she needs to write her comprehensive conservation plan for the wildlife refuge. So the children in the school are getting great educational activities and your sort of traditional environmental education opportunities, field trips and so forth, and they're collecting data that's essential for the work of the refuge, and the manager just couldn't do it without their help. Think of lifelong opportunities. So whatever your work ends up being, think about incorporating environmental education throughout an individual's life. So from preschool through elementary school, middle school, high school, college, professional level, parents, and then the cycle starts over again with preschool, elementary school, et cetera, et cetera.
Lifelong learning,
Lifelong learning, and also in every aspect of life. So even though I work for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, You might think I would work, maybe we work mostly with professionals, but we're trying to reach kids when they're at home with their parents, when they're at school, when they're out on the weekends at museums and zoos, summertime, all different places and spaces that people are at any age. So it's very very integrated, and that way, and we can't do that all ourselves. So we're working with partners. So wherever whatever partners might be reaching those groups at those times, partner with them, and you might not do it directly with them, but you might provide materials or training, but find that shared common purpose and topic area that you can work on together, and just think of it as lifelong and throughout your daily life as well.